Let's do this, y'all! Wow, it's been... Oh, motherfucker. My thing's on here. Oops! Well... I didn't know this shit like happens. Alright. Let's play this game. I wake up with a yawn and stretch. Then I get ready for the day and eat a hearty breakfast. I hope Yuna didn't forget our plans for the day. I'll give her a quick call to make sure she's ready for me to pick her. What are we doing? I forgot. The phone rings a couple of times before she answers.
Hi, ready for our nature excursion?
Oh, we're going camping, that's right. I grin. And here I was worried you'd forgotten.
No way. I meant it when I said I wanted to get away this weekend. I've even got my friend watching Mochi for the night.
Alright.
Studying for exams next week is really stressing me out. I think spending a day outside, enjoying the fresh air, seeing the wildlife is exactly what I need to rejuvenate the soul.
Great. Awesome, because I already got permission from Uncle Kaito to borrow his car.
And I found a tent in our attic, so we have no excuse not to go.
I hate camping. In that case, I'll come by and pick you up now.
Okay, I'll be ready.
No, you won't. I've already prepared everything I wanted to bring, so once we hang up, I load it into the car, then I drive to Yuna's house. She's waiting for me with a rolled up tent in one hand and a large bag in the other.
I brought some water and
damn.
food, which should be easy to cook over a fire.
Yeah, like poop brown over like this like dark, weird. All right, could be not really more naturey. You don't really get much more naturey than shit. So I mean, can't really blame her. I brought some water and food, which should be easy to cook over a fire. Perfect. She said that. Perfect. I brought some snacks too. Junk food? That's the only good part. I help her load everything into the car and we get driving. Yuna acts as my navigator and tells me where to go. There's an area between the mountain ranges and lake, which is a popular camping and hiking destination. Although this island isn't that big, it's still a couple of hours drive before we arrive. There aren't many people around, which is fortunate for us. We select a more scheduled area to set up camp, or secluded, my bad. Alright. Secluded area to set up camp. I grab the tent out of the car. Alright. Listen here, buckos. I've been thinking this since this whole plan got started. But, camping, it's the two of us, college students. This can only go one direction, and I think it's pretty obvious what direction that is, so I really don't feel the need to say it. Although it's been a few years since I've gone camping, I still remember the basics of how to put up a tent. Yuna's tent is actually a lot larger than the ones I've used and way more stable. This is a nice tent! Oh, hell yeah.
Thanks. My mom picked it out when I was in high school. She said Yudai and I had outgrown our old tent.
Well, that's good. I glance at her in surprise when she mentions her brother's name, but Yuna's face is no longer holds a shadow of sadness. Instead, she looks on fondly.
Yudai used to compete with Dad to see who could put up the tent the fastest. Usually Dad won.
Well, that makes sense. They always do. After getting the tent set up, we pull our sleeping bags and blankets and set them up inside the tent. Should we unpack anything else, or should we go do something?
I vote we unpack later and do something first.
Okay. I grin. Me too.
I had a few ideas planned. The nice thing about this location is that we've got a lot of options available.
I'm gonna have to choose something. Damn it.
I was thinking we could go hiking, go swimming, or go on a scavenger hunt.
I'm basically a fish in the water. Let's go hiking. I got my outdoors boots on them, and I'm ready to tackle the wilderness. Let's go for a hike. Yuna points to her boots.
The same thing.
Nice! She grabs a couple of water bottles from her bag in the car, and a few bags of trail mix. She puts them in a cute little doggy backpack. Nice backpack. I am full of the compliments. She blushes.
I got this when I was little, but it's still useful, so...
No, I actually mean it's cute. She smiles.
I think so too. Plus, it looks a little like Mochi.
After shouldering the pack, she points toward the trail.
Come on, the trail starts here.
She starts to lead me away from camp. At first, the trail leading up to the mountain is easy, but it soon starts to get rockier and we have to be careful about where we step. My footing is unsteady, and I lag slightly behind Yuna as I watch Watch very closely where I step.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. She smiles but slows her pace to match mine anyway. As we continue to climb, I enjoy the peacefulness of our surroundings. I'm, like, really out of shape, apparently. The trees shield us from the hot rays of the sun, and the only sounds are the scurrying of animals and our breathing. I barely register the squirrels jumping to and from the trees, but a weird animal that looks kind of like a dog and a raccoon darts behind a tree off the path. Hey, did you see that? Is it the lemur again? That raccoon dog?
What?
Let's go chase it! I start to drift off to the trail when Una stops me.
Hey, wait! That's not a good idea. We could get really lost.
The raccoon and dog is more important. Good point! You wait here! This only goes one direction. Let's try this. You're right. Last thing we want to do is get lost and die in the wilderness.
No, that wouldn't be good.
Okay, stay here while I look.
What?
Forging in protest, I dart off into the trees. Yeah, this only goes. I spot the furry fellow gnawing on something, and I approach it cautiously. A twig snaps beneath my feet, alerting the creature. It sits up and stares straight at me, then runs away. I immediately give chase. I feel like this thing is gonna, like, talk or something. I don't even know. We speed through the trees, my focus entirely on keeping the creature in my sight. Suddenly, I crash into someone. Ow!
Hey!
Wait. What? I blink. Una? Scrambling to my feet, I help her back onto hers. What are you doing here?
I've been waiting for you to come back. I was so scared you'd get lost.
Una's eyes glitter and her voice wavers. I didn't realize I worried her so much. I brush the stray leaves out of her hair and gently caress her cheek. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, hold on. I should, like, say, I'm, like, doing this whole thing right here. I need to be, like, romantic. I can't do that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I pull her close to me and she buries her face in my chest.
It's okay. As long as you're safe.
Slowly we pull apart and I lean in to
By the
kiss her.
way, that animal you saw is a tanuki.
What? Woman, we were just about, you know what? A tanuki?
They're all over Japan. I'm surprised you haven't seen one before now.
Raccoon dog. I'm calling it raccoon dog. I don't even care. Are those the spirit animals with the huge balls?
We should be heading back now.
Una's cheek are break. Okay, great. And she quickly heads back down the trail. Hey, wait for me! As Una slows her pace, she looks back at me.
Do you want to just hang out at camp or do something else?
Oh man. Let's go swimming. Let's go back to camp. I mean, so like, what was the deal with the huge balls? I'm curious. I didn't. Do they have just like giant testicles or something? Oh shit! I almost knocked something over. Let's go on the scavenger hunt. Let's go swimming. Let's go back to camp. We could skip everything by saying go back to camp.
Do you want to just hang out at camp?
You know what? Let's go swimming. Swimming sounds perfect right about
Great!
now.
Since we're headed back to camp anyway, we can go get changed first.
I nod as Una leads the way. Once we're done changing, I follow Una again. Takes a few minutes as Una guides us. Okay, guides us. This seems like a long way down. From the way this looks. Finally come to the end of the path. Where's the lake? Una points downwards. I stand beside her at the edge and glance down to see pristine waters.
That's the fastest way to the lake. Otherwise, we'll have to take the long way to go
You
down.
want me to jump? Are you sure this is safe?
Of course. There are no hidden rocks below, if that's what you're worried about. We're not that far up either.
I have no proof of this. Una wears a slight
If you're
grin.
afraid, we can just walk down.
It seems like it should be more like aggressive or flirtatious, but something. Cannonball! Afraid, I live for the adrenaline. Instead of responding, I step away from the ledge. Una watches with a mixture of amusement and surprise as I take a running start and leap off the edge. I tuck my arms and legs into a ball as I slice through the air. With barely enough time to suck in a deep breath, I crash into the water. I pump my legs and break through the surface as the water suck in more air. Squinting at the sun, I spot Una peering down at me and flash her a thumbs up. Come on in, the water's great. Or, hold on. Come on in, the water's great. Or don't, because I don't care. She disappears for a minute, and I wonder if she's going to walk, but then I see a flash of pink gracefully off the edge into a beautiful swan dive. She makes a splash as she barely makes a splash. She enters the water. 10. That's where you hold it up. As after a few seconds, she breaks the surface and grins at me. I give that a 10. Thank you. My character knows what I'm thinking. I give that a 10 out of 10.
Oh wow, a perfect score.
It's like you're surprised. For a perfect girl. I swim over and kiss her, my heart still pounding from the adrenaline. We continue to laugh and splash in the water when a colorful... Oh no, not again. A colorful fish catches my eye. Hey, did you see that?
What?
Oh my god. Not again. Rainbow fish! Yuna gives me a weird look.
There's no such thing as a rainbow fish.
Oh yeah? Well, I just saw it. I swear, I just saw it. We both squint at the water. I spot a lot of trout and other plain-looking fish when a glint of bright white and orange swims past. There! Yuna looks surprised.
Hey, that's a carp. What's it doing here?
How do you know all this stuff? Oh, something happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Let's catch it.
What?
Our hands. As the fish swims past again, I snatch at it with my bare hands and only grab a handful of water. Aww. Yuna
That's why
laughs.
fishing rods were invented.
Bears can do it. The carp swims by again. I lunge for it, but again come back empty-handed. Stop swimming, you sly fishy! Suddenly Yuna darts forward.
I touched it.
Really?
Yeah.
She grins proudly and her eyes
I'm
sparkle.
going to catch that fish.
Well, catch it. No matter how often we called and waited for the carp to return, it didn't appear again. I guess it learned its lesson and was staying far, far away from the grabby hands. Good for it. Once our fingers and toes started to prune, we decided to get out of the water and try
Is
it.
there something else you want to do, or do you want to head back to camp?
I feel like this is basically trying and failing to catch random animals. Let's just go back to camp. I'm pooped. Let's take a rest back at camp. I mean... whatever. We change back into our clothes. Lead on!
Good.
Yuna leads the way back to camp. The sun slowly dips in the sky. I glance at Yuna and smile. The day just flies by when I'm with her. Oh shit. New scenery. Oh man. I'm like blown away by... Alright. Keeping my mouth shut unless it happens. And I really have no idea. Because it could, but it also might not. Because I have no reason to believe that it will. But like, if this is like any other two-person camping trip, well... Once we spot our tent, Yuna turns to me.
What now?
Now it's time for the best part, the campfire.
I'll go collect some wood.
Are we gonna sing songs and shit, or are we just gonna like be bored and stare at it like dweebs? I nod, and the two of us get to work building the fire. I packed a lighter with me so we wouldn't have to fiddle with stones like cavemen. Soon, a bright fire chases away the shadows as the sun chases away the okay, weird. As the sun sets. I don't know how that works exactly, but whatever. I guess maybe chases away like the dark. I don't know. Yuna's face glows from the flame as the sun shines a halo behind her. I grab a couple of skewers and pass one to her. I know traditionally people use sticks, but that always seemed kind of gross and unhygienic to me. Yuna looks at me, confused.
What's this for?
S'mores, of course!
S'mores?
Woman, don't tell me you never had s'mores before. I grab the graham crackers, chocolate, and marshmallows. It is heaven in your mouth. First, you put your marshmallow on your skewer to toast it over the fire. I hold my skewer above the flames to demonstrate. Yuna hesitantly copies me. Then, you take the graham crackers, chocolate, and marshmallow, and we combine it into one warm, melty sandwich. Yuna hides the giggle as she looks at my skewer. What?
Is the marshmallow supposed to be charcoal?
Oh, fucking retard. I lift my skewer out of the fire and see that one side of the marshmallow is completely blackened. Dang, why does it happen every time? Yuna removes her skewer and bursts out laughing. Her marshmallow did not fare much better than mine. Let's try that again. We place fresh marshmallows on the skewers and successfully toast them. After completing s'mores, Yuna takes a big bite and her face lights up.
This is delicious.
No fucking way, bitch. I know!
This is something you do in America a lot?
Oh, hell yeah. It's a must for every campsite.
I wish I'd had one sooner.
Do you?
Let's make another.
Okay. Okay! I grin as I pass Yuna the items and watch as she eagerly puts the pieces together. I guess she really does love Americans. I mean, she can't really, like, I was gonna say she likes burgers, but then again, she ate them with a fork and knife, and that does not count. It's not American. I think I see her shiver and notice the cool breeze as the sun disappears below the horizon. Scooting closer, I wrap my arms around her as she focuses on her marshmallow. She blinks at my touch, then our gazes lock. She meets me in a kiss, her forgotten marshmallow burning on the skewer. Suddenly a droplet hits my head. I break away in surprise and glance at the sky. Did you just feel a raindrop?
No.
Oh, shit. She asks as a droplet falls on her nose.
Yes. It wasn't supposed to rain today.
As if those were the magic words which unlocked the sky, the rain pours down, a thick sheet of water. Yuna's hair sticks to her face and neck as we're drenched within minutes. Quickly, to the tent! Do we have a thing? Or are we gonna get drenched in the tent, too? I grab Yuna's hand as we race into the dry safety of the tent, zipping it up behind us. I can hear Yuna's teeth chattering in the darkness. Well, we've got to get out of these clothes.
What?
Well, alright. This is going poorly. My cheeks burn. We'll catch a cold if we stay in these wet clothes. She hesitates.
You're right. But we left the spare clothes in the car.
It's not that big of a deal. Your clothes are already wet. Just go get them. Or you can just have sex. I don't care. Ask if I care! Yes, what I fucking thought. Suddenly, oh. This went from 0 to 100 right quick. Wait!
Just turn around, okay?
I do as she... that's the wrong word. I do as she obliges and strip down to my boxers. Oh my god. This is going... Well, some would say great. I'm just a little... This is a weird-ass tent, by the way. It almost looks like it's like wooden, but it's not. I glance over my shoulder and see Una strip down to her underclothes. Oh, and she caught me looking. She looks back at me over her shoulder and her cheeks turn pink.
Stop peeking!
Sorry! I forgot they're Japanese. They don't do that stuff. There's a small lantern hanging on top of the tent, which provides a tiny bit of light in the darkness. We sit quietly as the rain patters against the tent. I try not to think about Eunice sitting half-naked behind me, but my mind keeps wandering back to it. Think about something else. Maybe I should ask her a question. I'm looking at it, but I'm not... Whatever. Eunice speaks before I can think of something to ask her.
So, have you ever played that game where you write a word on someone's back and they have to guess what it is?
Yeah.
Want to play?
Sure.
Okay, I'll go first.
Poor baby, oh my gosh. Eunice trying to ease the tension, pretend like nothing unusual is happening, but I can hear the anxiety in her voice. Literally, anyone can.
Don't look, okay?
She gently traces her finger along my back. My skin tingles where she touches. Oh, we're playing in English.
Yes.
She continues to trace letters on my back one after another.
Okay, done. What did I write?
It felt like something that started with an H and ended with a Y. Happy, healthy history. I feel like all of these are wrong. Healthy. Was it healthy? She googles.
Kind of close, but no.
Darn. That wouldn't make much sense for Una Calories, the health nut. What was it? Damn it. I want to go back and choose it now. It felt like happy. Una
Yes,
claps.
that was it.
Is that how you feel right now?
Yes.
Oh. Her voice is soft, I can imagine the blush on her cheeks. I feel that way
Okay,
too.
your turn.
I hear her settle into place and then I turn to face her back. Her skin is porcelain smooth. As I gently brush her hair out of the way, I wonder what I should write. Oral... Oh, these are all, like, awful. Here, I'm gonna write the 6-letter word. Because it's... like... complicated. I trace pretty on her back, the best way to describe her. She blushes and I can tell she's guessed it. Okay, done.
Is it pretty?
Pretty. Good job. It sure is. She blushes even further. We play a few more rounds and then chat for a few hours. Time goes by in a flash as we enjoy each other's company, and it looks like the rain has stopped. I peek outside, and sure enough, the only rain is from dripping leaves. I'll go to the car. We can get our clothes. You stay here. Una nods. Lame. Once I come back with the rest of our supplies, we quickly get changed and tuck ourselves into our sleeping bags. Ugh. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't burp out loud. Whatever. Bags after turning off the lantern. It's pitch black inside, and only the subtle noise of shuffling creates a sense of space.
I'm a little cold.
Oh my god. Her voice is muffled from the sleeping bag. Maybe I can fix that. I screw my bag even closer to hers and sling my arm around her. She smiles as she leans against me.
This is nice.
We stay this way, enjoying the fullness of each other's company. I listen to the soft sound of her breathing in the stillness of the night before drifting to sleep. Oh, well, great. No sex. I mean, well, it's a start, I guess. When I awake, Yuna's still cuddled up against me. I smile at her sleeping form. She looks so peaceful, and the sunlight filtering through the cracks of the tent frame her like an angel. I brush her straight hair away from her face, and she blinks her eyes open. She smiles as her gaze fixes on me.
Good morning.
Morning. She stretches lazily and yawns.
Did you sleep well?
Very well, actually. How about you?
Very well, too.
Great. That is adorable. We stay where we are for a while longer before Yuna reluctantly sighs.
I think it's time for us to pack up.
Oh. Damn you. Are you sure?
Yeah.
You don't wanna cuddle for a little bit? Whatever. I don't care. I sigh, then nod. We crawl out of our sleeping bags and get to work cleaning up the camp. After heating up some food Yuna brought, we pack everything into the car and drive back. I drop her off at the front of her house and help her carry her things to the door.
Thanks so much for taking me on this trip. I had a great time.
Me too.
I'll see you Monday.
Yup. Our lips meet for one last kiss. Yuna smiles and heads into her house while I get back into my car and drive home. Actually, it's not your car. You did blatantly say that it was Kaito's, so you're wrong. Anyway, it's late by the time I reach home. As soon as I do, I head straight for my room and collapse onto the bed. I couldn't have asked for a better day yesterday, but there's something comforting about coming back to my own bed. Thank you. That is what I think as well. As my eyelids begin to droop, my phone rings, jolting me back awake. It's a call from Nikki. Of course I answer. Hello?
God, you're home.
Oh, motherfucker, this is bad. She speaks quickly and seems almost out of breath.
Can you pick me up from the bookstore?
She said, can you pick me up from the bookstore? I definitely heard it, but she didn't say it. Her voice is garbled and I can hardly make out what she's saying. What? She pauses and there's a lot of movement on the phone before she speaks again.
Can you get me?
She's gonna get raped. Where are you?
The bookstore.
Her voice is clearer, but she sounds scared. Something doesn't seem right. I should do this. Alright, I'll be there in a few minutes, unless I'm going to die. Nikki sighs in relief. I hang up the phone and I hurry back to my bike. Nikki would tell me if she were in danger. Wouldn't she? I try not to dwell on the thought to pick up speed anyway. Luckily, traffic is on my side and I arrive a few minutes earlier than anticipated. Nikki waits for me beneath a street lamp a few feet away from the bus stop. I can make out Ken's dark mop of hair beside her. It's a little strange she's not under the bus awning. But and what's Ken doing there? Nikki straightens up as I slow down. Flecks of blood stains her clothes and dark bruises mark her skin. Ken steps up to the light to greet me and I wince when I see him. Oh, they got in a fight. His left eye and cheek is puffy and starts to turn purple. Blood drips down his face from a cut at his temple. He must have tried to clean it because his forehead smeared with streaks of red. What the hell happened here? I park my bike and rush over to them. You don't seem like you're bloody. Nikki throws her arms around me and hugs me tightly.
Glad you're here.
Oh my god, Nikki, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're bleeding.
No, the blood's not mine.
Is it Ken's? No. Oh fuck, it's Ken. You look like hell. He tries to sniffle, but dabs at his swollen lip, his finger now stained with fresh blood. He holds himself stiffly and leans on the lamppost for support. I'm so white. Ah!
He saved me from those guys.
You are one good man, and you're also in, like, an apron? I take that back. What guys?
I don't know. There was a group of them. 3, I think, waiting for the bus. And when they showed up, they started saying all these things about me.
What?
Being so gross and creepy, but I tried to ignore them because I figured the bus would be there soon and it wouldn't matter. And then One of the guys tried to put his arm around me. Freaked out. Guess I pushed him and he got really angry. And then the other guy grabbed me and...
My blood runs cold. He what? Did he hit you? Are you hurt?
No.
Nikki's voice trembles and her eyes glitter with tears. I'm about to pull her back into a hug when Ken slips his hand into hers and
Ken
squeezes.
intervened before anything could have happened.
She glances at Ken, smiling
He
broadly.
came barreling out of the bookstore, screaming at that guy to let me go. And then he punched him right in the face.
Yay! For punching people in the face!
The guy was super angry, and he and his friends ganged up on him.
How did you get your bruises then? She
I
frowns.
stopped them from ganging up on Ken.
You what? What were you thinking joining the fight? You could have been seriously injured, and you're not worried about
There
Ken.
was no way I was going to let Ken fight them alone. Especially not when this fight only happened because of me.
I'm too stunned by her outburst to reply. Of course, I'm not pleased that she put herself in danger, but a part of me is also a little proud. Yes, sis! Way to fight men. Like, I don't know.
But I didn't really need to help.
You're gonna be a fucking UFC fighter, aren't you? I raise an
Ken
eyebrow.
beat 2 of them up by himself. The third one had to help them up so they could escape.
Good for you, buddy. What? I look skeptically at Ken. I wouldn't say he's scrawny, but he's no muscle man either. Ken shifts nervously. I think I still made him uncomfortable.
I have some experience with martial arts.
What do you mean, some experience? You're a second dan black belt.
He's a what? I certainly was not expecting that. You threw yourself in harm's way to protect Nikki?
Of course.
Got yourself a good man. Ken maintains eye contact and answers with conviction. Nikki blushes.
Anyway, I told Ken he should go back inside, but he refused.
It's not safe for her to wait alone.
I take another look at Ken, at the Ken. I'm not gonna regret. She's okay. Respect. Just man to man. I trust you, my dude. There's a fire in his eyes I've never noticed before. When he looks at Nikki, he isn't that timid kid trembling in his boots. He looks like someone who's willing to move mountains. I meet his eyes and nod. Thanks for being there for her. He blinks in surprise, but nods
I
back.
only did what anyone would have done.
Don't be so modest. You were amazing out there.
Ken shrugs awkwardly, then winces in pain. Are you sure you're okay, though? Maybe we should take you back to the Maybe we should take you to the hospital. He shakes his
Fine.
head.
Nothing's broken.
I look him over. I don't know about
I
that.
told him we should call an ambulance, but he refused.
I promise, I'm okay. I'm sorry for causing you such trouble.
This is one of those rare times I wish my bike could fit more people. Do you at least have a ride
Let
home?
me call his brother to come pick him up.
We'll wait here with you until he
I
arrives.
appreciate the thought, but I would feel more at ease if you took Nikki home.
I mean, there's only one way this goes, really.
When
Nikki
did
shakes
they
her
come
head.
back?
I know my brother will be here in a few minutes.
I can afford to wait a few
Me
minutes.
too.
I glance at the dimly lit bookstore. Is the bookstore still open? Maybe we can wait inside there.
They're probably in the middle of closing.
I'm sure your coworkers will let you back in. They're probably wondering what happened to you anyway.
Oh, he works in the bookstore. You work there? Ken nods. Then let's definitely get you back inside. Realizing he's fighting a losing battle, Ken
Okay.
agrees. Nikki and I go rush to support him, but he manages to walk by himself. As we head into the bookstore, his coworkers rush out to help, each asking questions about what happened.